Thank you, Brooke. Sorry, everybody. We had some issues with our Zoom link this morning and the password, but I had to be able to log in through our host so that I could screen share with you guys. So I'm not really going to take any extra time since we are running late. For those of you guys that are new here or maybe just haven't seen my face before, hello, my name is Heidi Stallard. I am the Chief Impact Officer here at Vital Health. This is our AM Power Call. You can find it same place, same time, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And if you miss it live, you can always find the replay on our team podcast, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, all the like. Just look for One Team Podcast and you guys can catch the replay there. So love that we have that option available to us so that people can always stay on the top of their game. You guys are always getting the latest and greatest information. And we feature speakers and leaders from the whole team, able to bring you value on a daily basis. So I love these calls. They're my favorite. I feel so jacked up when I get to listen to them or listen to the recording. You'll have to excuse me. I am pretty congested and getting over it. So if at any point I do need to mute myself, it's probably because I got a cough, or sneeze. But other than that, I'm feeling fantastic. Just kind of getting over, when you're getting over the rest of it. And so I'm excited to see you guys at VitalFest this weekend. And really my training today is really all about preparing you guys for this weekend. And so I want to actually introduce you guys. Let me go ahead and pull up what I want to show y'all today. We are going to be playing, I say with quotes around that word. We are going to be playing a social media scavenger hunt / bingo. And I want you guys to really take close attention today. Obviously, if you're catching this on the replay, I want to go ahead and let you know that this will be posted on our One Team WhatsApp chat, and it will also be posted on our One Team Facebook community group. So right after this call, actually, I might even be able to go ahead and post it for y'all now, is we are going to have this available for you guys here. I'll go ahead and post it in the WhatsApp chat anyways, so that you guys have access to it immediately. That's the beauty of having everything here, is so that you can, boom, post it and have access to it immediately, like I said. So we're going to be going over today this bingo card, this scavenger hunt, and we're going to talk about some ways that you guys can build your brand, build your social media, create a content gold mine using this. And really, you don't have to think about it because we have, I think it's 24 different ideas for you to post on about VitalFest and about, how you're going to be excited for this weekend and whatnot. Even if you're not able to join us in person, which there's still time to. So if you are on the edge, I would say make the commitment, guys. You will not regret it. I promise you that. But even if you are unable to come, for some reason, you can still find creative ways to participate in this challenge. So if you are somebody that's listening and you're like, oh man, I'm not going to be there this weekend, I don't want you to count yourself out for today's, AM Power. I want you to really even think about how you can adapt this for what type of experience you're going to create for yourself this weekend. So having said that, let's go ahead and begin. I did go ahead and post it in our One Team WhatsApp community chat, but I want to go ahead and teach you guys right quick, or really just tell you guys, like, this weekend is going to be absolutely legendary. And that it's not just about like what's occurring at the event, but like we want to set the environment for success now. So many of you guys are packing, many of you guys are maybe even on your way. So we've got some things for you to kind of create that atmosphere and also capture the memories and the moments that are really going to be valuable in between the sessions, right? Anybody that's ever been to an event will tell you it's not just what's at the meeting, it's what happens before the meeting and after the meeting and on the breaks during the meeting. These are where you develop your, I see Sabrina, she's nodding her head. She's like, yes, that is so true. So it is really all about being able to create the type of community and an environment and friendships that really kind of help to carry you through your journey of entrepreneurship and vital health. And so trust me when I say there's no such thing as taking too many pictures. Can I get an amen in the chat? Okay. When I started my journey almost 11 years ago, I will tell you some of those pictures that were like random candid pictures of like people walking in the hallway, like of the line outside the door, of, a picture of me like holding my phone above the crowd while they're waiting in line for a product, or people just like, we're all lined up against a hallway wall eating sandwiches. Like those memories, V's smiling. Like I can tell these are like, those are the memories that like you're like, dang, I'm so glad I got that. It's not the perfectly posed photos of like your outfit of the day. We encourage those too. But it's not those perfectly curated photos that like take you back to that feeling. It's like all the moments in between. And so I just want to encourage you, like, take as many photos this weekend, you guys, whether you post them or not. It is so fun to go back. One of my favorite things that me and Miles get to do, we do it actually pretty much all the time. When we go to lay down in bed at night, we have Apple TV. And so Apple will take like your random photos of like a trip or a season, and you can click on it and it will have like a little curated video. And we love watching those because we get to find all of the memories of our lives. And several of those memories have been like places that we've traveled for incentive trips, huge events that we've gone to, small home meetings that we've done, or, it will classify them and be like gatherings. And it's like all our home meetings that we've done over the years. And so again, they're not these like perfectly curated moments, but like we're like, damn, remember that one time we had 129 people at a home meeting? Like, things like that. Like you're just like, or you're like, oh, shoot, like I remember that one time that I was supposed to go to the meeting and 30 people were supposed to show up and only 2 guests showed up. But you got that picture of that one person, of the 2 people that showed up and they went diamond in your business. You're like, man, I almost didn't go to that, but I did. And so you have these little stories. And so my point is, don't be shy with the camera. Even if you don't like taking photos of yourself, I promise you, 11 years from now, 20 years from now, even just a year from now, as you grow as a human, you will be so glad that you have those moments, especially if you have a glow up. Okay. You're going to be like, I'm so glad I took the befores. So don't hide from the camera, y'all. Okay. That's why we're going to be doing this scavenger hunt, is because it's going to help people too, like as you're posting these things online. Oh, I think we got somebody unmuted. Let me go ahead and mute you, Nina. But anyways, as we post these things online, I'm going to show you guys the scavenger hunt picture in just a moment, so don't worry. That's why I needed my screen share today. But as we go through this, here's what I want you to understand is that as you're showing some of the photos that like we're, suggesting that you guys take, it's going to really create this 360 picture for people online of what vital health is, right? You might post a product, or you might talk about a business, or you might say something about your team, or, but like it's hard for people to gather. I mean, think about what you thought about network marketing before you got started, right? You had no idea that you were going to become a certified bad A, okay? You had no idea that you were going to meet the most incredible people. You had no idea that the testimonies you hear would literally bring tears to your eyes. I know I didn't know all those things. Like there's so many things that it's hard to paint the picture for people unless they are in it. So that's why we tell the story through social media, right? We always talk about how, facts tell, stories sell. It's so true because people don't get bought in based on facts. They get bought in based on feelings. And that's something you should always remember as a marketer. You don't want to tell somebody about like the 33 ingredients that are in a product. You want to tell them about the 33 benefits on how they're going to feel when they take the product. Okay, so, or join the community, or, all the things, right? So key points for why we're doing this, guys, is it's going to build connection, right? It's going to build connection both with the people that you're taking photos with this weekend, but it's also going to help you to build connection with people online as your brand. All right. It's going to build visibility. When you are sharing these experiences with people, especially in a world that's like, we're so connected, but we're not, right? It's like, we're like able to access people and things and places more like virtually, but like people are craving that real connection. And when they see that you're going to be a part of a community where like people are having fun, they're breaking bread together, they're sitting with each other, they're learning together, they're growing together, you're making friends with people that have a common future, not just a common past. That is appealing. Think about, I know 11 years ago when I got started in this industry, one of the biggest things I craved that I didn't even know I was craving was people who had that like we had common future. Like as an adult, unless you're like actively putting yourself in scenarios where you're finding people that align with your values and your future, it's so hard to find friends like that, right? Like if you're just working like, a job, you're kind of making friends with the people just because you're like proximity. But the reality is in 5 years, those people are going to be strangers most likely. Like, unless you guys both work in the same office in the next 5 years and grow in the same way, you guys are probably not going to even remember each other in 10 years. But when you do life, when you do business like this, that's different because you're aligning with people based on your values now and based on your values in the future. So, having said that, it's also going to build those memories we already talked about, and it's going to build your brand. So you have to understand too, like some people make the whole concept of like building your brand so convoluted and complicated that people are like, well, I don't know what my brand is. Listen, your brand is not your font. It's not the colors that you choose. It's not a logo. You are the brand. The only way to build a consistent image of a brand is to consistently show up online and show who you are, even if it's scary. In fact, the scarier moments are usually when you're going to solidify your brand even more because it makes you different. It's authentically you. So, here's what I'm going to show you guys now. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we got for you. Like I said, it's already been posted in the WhatsApp. I will post it in our Facebook group after we are finished here. If you guys can see this, can y'all put a 5 in the chat just so I know that everybody's able to see it pretty good? Okay, fantastic. Thanks, Kristen. All right, I see. Thanks, Amber. Okay, let me get a drink out of my water. Alrighty, so here's what you can do. You can save this image to your phone or you can print it out. However you want to do it is totally fine by us. As I'll post this on our Facebook group, just so you know. And then as we get closer to the weekend, we will actually pin the post. And as you finish your scorecards, we're going to ask you guys to submit them Sunday-ish morning. And we will draw prizes at the event for people who have completed this. But I want to tell you that even if you don't complete it perfectly, do it anyways and be proud of your work, because even if you don't complete it, doing one row or half the card or even just a few is better than doing nothing. So, I'm just going to run through these really quick so that you have some ideas on what you should be taking photos of these next few days, because some of them are, like I said, preparing, and I'll give you some ideas for captions in just a moment. Okay. So here's some ideas, right? You can take a picture packing your bag, snap a shot of you traveling to the event, whether that's car, plane, bus, I don't care. You got a hitchhike, you're gonna take a photo of yourself doing it. You can take a picture of, your Uber's pulling up, blah, 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 right? Just anything. You want a photo of you arriving at the hotel, you could stand outside and be like this, you could find a friend, or you could just take a photo, selfie with the hotel behind you. Picture arriving at the event venue, take a photo with your Vital Health coffee in hand, take a selfie with one of our founders, Dr. Tony, Alex will be there. Get a picture with your team. So find somebody, even if it's just one person, get a picture with them, right? Take a picture with your diamond or above. Group photo with people you meet that are not on your team so that we know you're out there making friends and building a community. A picture with one of the speakers or trainers. There's going to be so many. All the girls or all guys photo. We want you guys to take an outfit of the day photo. Take a photo of you taking one of your Vital Health products. So don't forget to bring your product because that's very, very important. Ladies, make sure you bring comfortable shoes if you need to walk far, and also bring water, supplements, a portable charger, something to take notes with, and a sweater in case the room gets cold. A picture of a meal with friends. Do something fun. Do something like take a silly, playing, if you're playing games with somebody, do a silly pose or just a unique moment. We're going to be in Anaheim, and the hotel that we're at is beautiful, like around the area. So you guys could do something fun outside. Picture of your notes or journal, have somebody snap a photo of you connecting with a mentor or leader, just as you're going up, be like, hey, can you take a photo of us talking? Or taking a photo of them, photo of your favorite slide, quote, or takeaway. Take a photo during a breakout session, photo of you networking or shaking hands with somebody new. You could even just take a selfie with somebody and be like, meet my new friend, blah, blah, blah. This is so cool that we get to be, flying in from all over the country and making friends this way. A fun, candid moment with a teammate, make a hand sign, peace, thumbs up, heart hands. You could do Vital Health V, right? Make a sunset or sunrise during the trip, and then a photo that represents your favorite Vital Fest memory. So I will leave this up for just another moment, but here's how it's going to work, guys. You are going to save this bingo card, whether it's on your phone or print it out. Like I said, it doesn't matter. You can use a little app to mark out the X's, or you can do it on paper and mark it out and then take a photo of it so that when we pin a post and ask you guys to start submitting your bingo cards, that you have the X's. So we want to break it down. Obviously, we've already got it broken down by travel, prep, people, team, lifestyle, learning, growth, memories. So this is really going to give people online a full 360 vision of, vital health and how you're growing in the right direction and how you have things exciting happening in your life. And again, you don't have to complete the whole card, guys. Even if you just do one row or category, it's going to make your experience that much more memorable and that much more valuable and richer, and just really allow you to get the most out of the event, right? We don't want you guys to go and sit by yourself or, not try to be engaged. This is, again, it's about making those memories, and you will be so happy to look back on this. So, you know, we also want you guys to just be intentional. This is a way for you to be intentional. Again, it's not about, trying to sell people. It's really about telling the story of Vital Health and where you're at. This is a moment for you to just share the culture instead of just telling people about it. So we do want you guys to include some hashtags. And those hashtags are, and I believe I posted them already. Yes, I did. So they'll be in the post, but hashtags like VitalFest, hashtag One Team Culture, hashtag Vital Health, hashtag Anaheim 2025. You can use all of them or you can use one of them. But the idea is that as people are clicking on these hashtags, they can see other photos, and also that we're able to see and like make sure that you're posting and you're not just going to post a bingo card with a bunch of X's and didn't post a single photo. Okay, so we will be checking on things like that. Also, as you're posting these photos, it's super helpful if you tag us as leaders or tag your teammates, because we can all share each other's photos. And it's so cool when it's like, you have like 5 people tagging you and they're all packing for the event or on their way to the event, and you're resharing or commenting, and we're able to be like, can't wait to see you in 3 days, or or maybe you share it on your story and we get to share it and be like, so exciting, everybody's gearing up to come to this weekend. So tagging your teammates, your leaders, and then just keeping your captions like authentic. Share what is inspiring you, what's making you laugh, what's stretched you. They don't have to be these long novels. You can, absolutely. I do say, like, if you have a moment of inspiration that hits you, like, document it. Like some of my best posts, like I'm looking at photos like now, like 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I remember how like life-changing that was, like that photo or that leader or that speech. And so it's really cool to see, but also don't make it super complicated. Just, if you have an outfit of the day photo, you can just be like, I'm so excited for today. Can't wait. Hashtag VitalFest, hashtag One Team Culture. So don't get hung up on saying the perfect thing. Just say something and move on. Okay. Also, we do say like respect privacy. Like if, you know, people have something on stage, um, there really shouldn't be anything non-compliant. We've policed things pretty well. But, if somebody has a sensitive photo or moment, or they're like boohooing on stage, like don't post the worst photo of somebody crying, okay? Just be respectful is the whole thing. And just have your camera ready. That's the biggest thing, right? Be prepared for the moment to capture the perfect moment. And then that's pretty much it. Complete as many, I'm making sure I'm going through all the notes that I took on my little bullet points in my notes app today. Just make sure that you're completing as many squares as you can, because the more squares that you post, the bigger, everything is. And create a variety of content, of course. Like, you could have 25 posts in like the next 5 days. And now the algorithm is going to be like, dang, this person is creating content. You can share them on your story. Yes, you can make reels, whatever that looks like. But even if you're just taking singular static photos and posting them with a one-line caption and one hashtag, guys, that's going to grow. And when people are like, what is Rick doing? And we go to Rick's profile and we see that Rick has posted 25 photos over the last few days, and he looks like he's having fun and he's growing and hanging out with cool people, and he's in beautiful California, when there's snow happening in the United States. People are going to be like, oh, dang. And they're going to listen up a lot more. So just keep in mind too, that this is, again, it's about creating this 360 picture. But this is really going to be a lot of fun for you guys, I think. And so I'm curious to know, what are some, like, I want you guys, if you guys don't mind, put in the chat, which one are you mostly excited to take? Or like, what's one that you're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to make sure I take one of that. I'll tell you, for me, excuse me for my cough, is I'm really excited to make sure I take photos with the founders and with our teams, because I obviously, I remember not having pictures of me with the founders from the beginning of my journey. And then I was a part of a company where our founders passed away. And so those moments to me are precious. Also, I like to take photos of the team, because over the years, like, it's fun as people, as I'm getting these time hops, either people are still with us or people are not with us, and I get to reach back out to them and be like, oh my gosh, look at this photo that I found of 8 years ago. I would love, those were the good old days. I'd love to work with you again. How are you? And it's just a great connecting point. So you never know where it's going to lead, guys. And then really just making sure I take photos of myself too. I'm like feeling very pregnant, if I'm being honest with you guys. Like, I can feel it in my face. I can feel it in my ankles. But I will tell you, uh, so I don't feel very photogenic is what I'm getting at. Okay. But thank you, Brooke. But I will tell you guys, it is a season of my life that I really do want to look back on, regardless if I feel like taking a photo of myself or not. It's a season of my life I want to look back on and be like, man, that's so cool that I got to like travel when I was, 32 weeks pregnant, and got to go, to Anaheim, California as like my last trip, before I have a baby, and get to hang out with all you guys. And so thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet and reassuring. But I'm just saying, like, even I have those insecurities, but thinking from what I know from way back when too, when I had my daughter, who's 8, or she'll be 8, it's like 8 years ago, I was pregnant at an event and I was swollen, y'all. I had showed up to Vegas a few days before. My parents had never been to Vegas. We walked the whole strip for 2 days straight. By the time I got to the event, my face was literally like the size of freaking a planet. My ankles were insanely swollen. You have no idea how much swelling I had at that event. I looked huge. And I wasn't that pregnant. It was just all the activity. But I'm so grateful for those photos. So I'm grateful I have that knowledge. I'm not going to avoid taking photos with people. And it's really beautiful too, because I get to like show those photos to my daughter now. And I'm like, look, baby, you've been with us through the whole thing. And her whole world has been growing up. And that Vegas trip will absolutely test you, Maya. But I get to just show her, and she's grown up in this world. And so I'm excited to do that with this daughter too. But you guys, we are now at 10:30. I hope that this gets you excited for this weekend. I hope that it gets you thinking about what kind of vision you want to create and how building a brand and building your social media. Guys, this is a social media gold mine right here, okay? If you only get these 25 photos, that's a lot of content. So I hope that you guys are excited. I'm about to post it on our Facebook group. Share this with your teams. Go head to head, compete with each other, support each other, hold each other accountable, and let's make this the most amazing weekend yet. I cannot wait for you guys to see what we have prepared for you this weekend, and I cannot wait to squeeze and hold and hug every single one of you guys and take pictures with all of you. I love you guys. Make sure to join us for tomorrow's AM Power Call, and make sure to join us tonight for our Natural Remedies call. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and it's one of my favorite calls of the week as well because I love hearing people's stories. So can't wait to hear your story this weekend. Take care, you guys. God bless, and we'll see you this weekend. Bye.